Hey everybody. So I did a little picture post the other day about having a secret and that, just kind of sharing that I have been hiding. And, yeah, I was trying to be kind of cute about it, but I was really trying to lighten a just heavier situation. I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible, but also be as real and vulnerable as possible. So I closed my studio last year, kind of that first week or so of September, kind of like Labor Day weekend, and it was freaking painful and gut wrenching, and I felt like, like my soul just got ripped out of my body having to make that kind of decision, and like I just didn't know what to do, honestly. And like the pain of it was pretty massive for me to spend that much time, energy, money, blood, sweat, and tears trying to build it and expand it, and starting to see those wheels really turning. And then, to have COVID kick my butt just like everyone else's butt on the planet. And then just not really be able to recover from that. And the stress of dealing with it for so long had just taxed me completely. As I was winding things down that last month or so before I closed the doors, I had, put out an invitation and a line out there to the community that I had spent 5 years building. And that was, listen, I'm going to take my work home right now. And I can do pretty much every bit of my work that I was offering, massage, Reiki, shamanic work, personal training, and yoga classes from home in an in-person type of situation. And I was really hoping that the community that I had spent that long building would drive another 20 minutes away from the studio to come work with me still. And I probably had 5 to 7 people come over a period of months. Like I was fairly patient. And then the abandonment hit of, wow, what happened to my peeps? And I was just struggling. I have been drowning in deep depression, very high anxiety, high stress, extreme PTSD for the last 8 months, and I have been fucking hiding. After I couldn't get things off the ground here in a home office type of situation, I gave up and rejoined corporate America, just the corporate work world. And that has been challenging in so many different ways, to go from constantly moving my body to then sitting for 40, 50 hours a week. Was having very big impacts. I am now 30 pounds heavier than I was before COVID started. My body pain and arthritis and inflammation has skyrocketed. And it hurt so badly not to be doing the work that I love doing with the people that I loved in the space that I was doing it and had created, that I just shut down. I shut down all of my self-care. It hurt too much not to do what I did before, that I couldn't even work on myself. And so I just basically gave up, put one foot in front of the other in terms of a corporate sense, and just tried to toe the line and do what I could do. It hasn't been pretty. So I kind of hit a space. I had spent really most of the last 2.5 weeks in bed with a massive body flare-up where I couldn't stand up straight. My ribs kept popping out. It was hard to even breathe and move. Every joint in my body swelled immensely. And I'm sitting here, was sitting there with, something's gotta fucking change. And no one is necessarily going to come in here and save me and take it over and do all the hard shit for me. I'm going to have to do this bitch by myself, and I'm going to have to decide that I am worthy and deserving enough to do this work and to give myself another chance, basically. So I have overhauled my diet, and I have taken out all of the inflammatory foods and items that I can. I'm also working on letting go of ibuprofen and naproxen. I'm having to do it gradually. I tried doing it all in one fell swoop, and that's when my joints flared up even more. Sometimes you don't know what relief you're getting until you take it all away, and then you kind of get the bitch slap on the other side of that. So I'm having to kind of slow that down and make sure that my body flare up has calmed before I take the rest of the ibuprofen or naproxen out. That honestly, I have taken probably almost daily since my first back injury at age 12 to 15. And I am having to sit with my self-talk and what I've been hearing myself say to others over the past 8 months, really, and what I've been sort of surrounding myself with, and recognizing that I'm only feeding the beast. So I'm really having to radically be constantly coaching myself and look for some better external resources as well. And allow myself to sit with the quiet and with the feelings and what's going on to recognize it better. So probably several months ago was the first time in 20 years that I went to see a therapist again. I'm still seeing her for the extreme stress and PTSD that I was dealing with, am dealing with. I'm finding it excruciating to be in a car right now, especially the passenger seat, but I'm experiencing PTSD in the driver's seat as well. And there's times that I just do not want to leave. If I could pay someone any amount of money to go run an errand or do a whole bunch of stuff for me so that I don't have to get in that freaking car, that's what I'd be willing to do, although it's not feasible, especially financially. So I am just dedicated to following that course. And I don't know that you ever completed the process when it comes to therapy. I think there's always something else to kind of look at, but I'm dedicated to keeping that moving forward, and I'm thankful to have that kind of outlet. And I, for the first time in my life, after attending countless conferences and webinars and workshops, finally found a coaching program that I feel is what I need. And I finally feel like my worth and my deservedness is at a place where it's my turn now. And I need, this level of coaching, which is a great mix of corporate and secular world and thinking, but also the energetics and kind of the spiritual and mindset and wellness pieces as well, because that's really just kind of how I'm wired. So that will be starting in about a week. I'm really super psyched about that. Even just kind of signing the payment for that coaching program was almost ceremonious in a way. And I kind of made it a ceremony for myself. So, the next part of this is, well, what are you going to do with your life? And what are you going to do when you grow up? And what's your next business venture? Because honestly, all the corporate thing, I just don't think it's my jam. And trying to make myself fit there, it's uncomfortable, almost painful. So am creating, and I'm just getting some of the pieces together and letting finally, after 8 months, the new ideas and inspirations to start coming through me to bring all of what I do in an online format, except massage, because you can't do massage virtually. And I am in no physical condition to be doing massage at this point. I need to be on that fucking table every day, and I need 1,000 hours worth of nonstop hugs. So I can't give that piece. But Reiki, shamanic work, workshops, coaching, courses, ebooks, membership programs to take some yoga classes with me that it would be virtual. I probably will do some live and in-person workshops here and there too, because I really love the in-person process. But I need to move all of my stuff online at this point. And so I don't know what the new company is going to be named. Just kind of getting all the little pieces in place still, but that's what's coming up next. I do want to say a huge thank you to my husband for not quitting on me in the last 8 months, and being as unimaginably encouraging as he's been, seeing me just wallowing around in my big pile of poop over here. And I want to say thank you to my therapist, and thank you to my close, very close family and very close friends for checking in on me and making sure that I was okay, and understanding at the times that I was just, yeah, I'm okay, to keep checking in. I appreciate that, and believe me, there were plenty of very dark days and very dark thoughts, and those kind of lifelines helped keep me going. So thank you to all of you who did step in and check in. So I look forward to sharing more as it's kind of coming through me and coming together. If you have any questions, reach out, and I hope to be out and about and offering some really great services very soon. So thanks.